All right, we are going to listen to Vivaldi's The Four Seasons, Concerto Grosso, each one representing a season, my summer, the summer being my favorite. All right, let's see what we got on basic today. Let's open Packet Tracer. Hopefully it opens. It's been having some glitches. Give it a second. And compete with multiple users. That sounds fun. All right, hopefully this will work. Okay, let's log in. This is burning my time. Sorry. All right. Let's see what's next on the menu, children. All right, here's our next one. Lab 2. 2 PCs and a switch. Learn how switches connect devices. 1 switch, 2 pieces. Connect PCs to switch. Assign IPs. Verify connectivity. Okay, that means we're going to have to run the ping. Let's take a look at it, how we're going to configure this. I mean, there's a couple different variations. I could run them at an angle. I could run them here. I could run one up, one down. The idea is the signal flow. Switch PC 0 and PC 1. Okay, so that's what we're going to run here. All right, so let's go back to Packet Tracer. Just going to put a general switch here. We'll put 2 end user devices. This is my favorite part here. The idea of the virtuoso violinist, the highly skilled musician. The idea is contrast. It's small group playing against large group, right? It comes from the Concerto Grosso. A small group called the Concertino would play against a larger group called the Ripieno, which literally in Italian means the stuffing. The idea was pioneered by Arcangelo Corelli, but the general idea goes back to 2 nephew and uncle called the Gabrielis, I believe. And then Vivaldi takes it to the next level, where he actually creates the idea of the solo concerto, the solo artist against the rest of the performing group, right? Mozart would be the first composer to have a piano concerto, where you had the piano against the backing group. So, fun fact there. All right. Little time. Let's run these. Let's see what kind of. All right, let's wait and sort of to boot up. And we'll test our connectivity here. Remember, you have different types of cables to work with. You have crossover, you have straight through, you have the straight copper, you have fast Ethernet. Let's go ahead and run this on it here and see what we got. Okay, fast Ethernet not set. DNS server not set. Yeah, the MAC address. IP address, we'll get that here in just a second. Second movement. Now, fun fact, you'll notice the second movement of this is slow. During the Concerto Grosso, it was pretty common to have a fast movement, then a slow, then a fast movement. Later, the symphony of the classical period will kind of bring this idea sort of back. But it comes from dance, the idea that 2 dancers would actually dance a fast dance, but then they would follow it by a slow dance to slow down because they needed to catch their breath. Then they would pick it up with a fast dance, right? Kind of finish with a bang. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, let's take this off. No. And we're back here, okay? So we got 2 end user devices and a switch. Let's click on this. We're powered on already. See the light on. So we'll configure. Actually, we'll go to desktop and go through the IP configuration. I'm going to go ahead and put it in. I'm going to go ahead and I'll start using more IP. Actually, let me see what the IP addresses that they assigned here were. All right, we want to put them the way they were assigned. Okay, so we have 192.16110. Basically the same numbers as the first one. They'll be a little different in the next one when we do 4 PCs and a switch. which I might actually build on this. Actually, might do a variation of this just for a time saver. All right, so 110 and 120. That's what we'll do. We'll run 110 and 120. 192.168.1.10. All right, got our submask. We're going to hold that there. X out. Oops. Back here to packet tracer. We're going to run this one. Desktop, we'll run IP configuration. We'll go static. Right, remember we don't have a DHCP server. 192.168.120. All right, we got one there. You know what? Why not skip the middleman? Why not skip the middleman? Let's just go ahead and run 2 more. We'll go straight to the 4. We'll bring these up here. I'm going to add 2 more end user devices to this network. And I'm going to run them as, there's the third movement, fast. I'll run them here. And I'll start adding to my networks as we go. Like these. Do some pinging here. I might even save this and run a second network out here and then connect the networks. Why not? Isn't this what we do? Isn't this what we're trying to get paid for? Let's boot up a little bit. What the heck? Let's just add a router into it. And this one I'm going to run a straight copper wire cable. Alright, so I think it's a green light, it's on. I got to figure out how to configure routers. That I haven't gotten to. I kind of stuck that in ahead of time. Now all these 4 are running pretty good. Alright, I guess I'm a little impatient. Device is still booting. Maybe I'm just impatient. In the meantime, let's see how much time we have here. 8:15, okay, 7 more minutes. Device is still booting. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and configure these. Configure. Whoops. So IP configuration. We're going to run this as 192.168.1.30. Right? Here's subnet. And naturally, guess what we're going to do with the 4th one? Right. Desktop IP configuration. We're using IP4, not IP6. You have your local link address. No authentication yet. We'll get to that later because we're going to want to secure these, right? Because we got to save the company millions of dollars from hackers. We must defend the network at all costs. Okay. 2.168.1.40. All right. Now, ain't cool. I'm going to put no. Okay. Okay. Did we name the router? We got to name the router. That way we'll see it in the command. Power source physical. I haven't figured out how to configure routers yet. Okay, R1. I'll be boring about it. Because everybody uses that. I mean, it's standard protocol. Router, okay. Translating config domain server. I don't know what to do here. Or is it config device? Still trying to figure all this out. This is a work in progress. I'll make my week. I could have put a router in that was already up and running, but where's the challenge in that, right? I'm not going to worry about the router right now because I'm going to get back to that. I'll just do one ping. I'll try to ping 40. I'll just run one ping for now. Reply, okay. Good. We got reply. We got a reply from that computer. There's the 4 packets. We sent all 4 packets. I'll port back. All 4 packets were received. 0 were lost. There we go. So now we're looking good. And what I got to do is get in and figure out how to You know what? I'm playing with this. I don't know. I'm playing around. I don't know what I'm doing yet, but we're getting there. All right, yeah. I thought I was trying to connect it to. We got to configure the router itself, and that is going to take some work. I made a song on this on the site. Hold on, I got it here. Go to YouTube. Well, if this works, hold on. I'll have to work on this. It's called Router Rock. Router Rock. We got to learn how to configure the router. We'll figure it out. Devices routers. Enter the Clyde. We'll get there. Give me time. I'll save it and work on it later.